Hey guys! In my last video I talked about how I've taken a leave from LPN school to catch up on my bills and figure out if that's really what I want to do. And I've decided to withdraw from that program because $35,000 is a lot of money and I could become a registered nurse for that amount. So I think I should spend that money on becoming a registered nurse with my bachelor's just because that is my ultimate goal. I want to be a registered nurse working in the emergency room, and that is what I've been saying for the past 3 years since I figured out I really want to become a nurse. LPNs that I've talked to, they've told me, if becoming an RN is your ultimate goal, you need to just go straight for that. Don't spend thousands of dollars becoming an LPN and then go back to school and pay thousands more to become an RN. You need to do one or the other. So that's also why I've kind of decided to do what I'm going to do. But I owe my current community college $753 from semesters ago when I withdrew from classes. And I'm going to pay that off. And once that's paid off, hopefully by January of 2016, I can re-enroll and finish taking prerequisites for nursing programs and physical therapy assistant programs. I've decided I want to try out physical therapy just because the physical therapists that engage with my residents at both of the facilities I work at, they're always smiling, they're always happy, they really care about their residents that they help rehabilitate. And it looks so fun to watch someone go from being injured that can't bend their knee to being able to bend the knee to being able to walk with a cane and then walk by themselves. I just want to see them progress. So becoming a PTA is something that I'd rather do instead of be a CNA just because they pay more. I've loved being a CNA. I've done it for 3-4 years now, but there's no money in it, and we work so hard and we're not appreciated, and we get chump change for pay, and it's ridiculous. So being a PTA, I'd be able to help rehabilitate, still help people and make a difference in their lives, but for, better pay. And I'd be able to pay my bills, not have to stress about working 2 jobs just to pay, my cable bill. So that's why I've decided to do that. And I'm going to finish taking the prereqs for registered nursing school. I've been looking at a couple of schools in Tennessee because when my boyfriend gets out of the Navy in 2017, he wants to move home to Tennessee, and he wants me to go with him. So by the time I'm done taking all the prereqs I have left for both programs, I only have to apply to schools by the time I got to Tennessee, instead of having to take my prereqs when I get there too. The only reason I haven't decided to take prereqs here in Virginia and continue school here in Virginia and enter the programs is because by the time I'm done with the prereqs and I start the programs here, I might not finish the programs here depending on the length of the program. My boyfriend, might not want to wait for me. He might want to get out of the Navy and go straight home, not wait around for me to finish. Or then again, he might, I don't know. And B, if I get certified here in Virginia, I would have to fill out tons of paperwork and processing fees to have my licenses transferred over to Tennessee State. So I think it would be easier for me to just stay here, work both jobs, go to school at night, finish my prereqs, and just have my transcripts sent to Tennessee, and then I could just apply to schools. And I'm kind of excited that I finally figured out what I want to do with my life. I've never been the type of person that is like, this is what I'm doing, here's how I'm doing it, my goals are this, that, bang, bang, and it goes in order. My life has always been crazy, it's always been hectic. I've never been one to stay on the straight path. It always tends to curve and get crazy because I change my mind a lot, obviously. And I also like to enjoy life. I don't like to be stressed out or pressured, and that's why I took a leave from school. And taking that leave has really been relieving for me, and I finally figured out my path for life, my path for my career, and I'm a lot happier now that I don't have to worry about, getting up some days at 7 to make it to school by 8 for class, or getting up at 5 to make it to clinical by 6:30 on days, and working 2 jobs and going to school just wasn't for me at that time, and it was just too much. And a fast-paced program like that LPN program I was in is very stressful because they don't offer a part-time school option. It's full-time only, and it doesn't work out for people that have a family, because you have kids to provide for and you have bills on top of that. It doesn't work out for people like me who live on their own and don't get like government assistance or anything. So really, it was hard. I had to choose, okay, my career or working and keeping my apartment. Like, it shouldn't be like that. People that want to continue their education shouldn't be punished like that. I feel like, I mean, education shouldn't necessarily be free until you graduate, but you really shouldn't have to worry about having to pay all these bills and do everything while you're trying to better yourself. I shouldn't be punished for trying to get an education. And I just wish that back in the day when I was in high school, I keep thinking back to all those days that I just messed around and didn't care about my grades. I could have been done at a 4-year university, have a career, have a nice house or condo and a nice car, and my life is set already. But here I am, 23 years old, and I still have the mind of like a 12-year-old. Like, today I want to be this, tomorrow I want to be that, and I'm just so scatterbrained. But I really feel like this plan will work out better, and hopefully it works out. Life is crazy. I'm sure it's not going to work out the way I plan it to, but at least I have kind of a blueprint of how I want it to play out. You guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them.